¿Qué hubo, Diego? Bienvenido. Estoy preparando todo, nada más estaba compartiéndolo. Es unos minutitos más y ya empezamos. ¿Cómo se oye, Diego? Tú dime, tú eres mis ojos y oídos. Vaya, vaya, ¿a quién será? Ya, terminando la cinemática, le empezamos. Como siempre, si gustan partir y compartir, no hay bronca. ¿Al micrófono o al juego? Ahí. Bueno, no vamos a continuar. Más bien, vamos a jalar nuestros datos. Sí. No. Estoy haciendo los últimos ajustes. Porque me sale muy chico, entonces no veo nada. De hecho, van como 200. Bueno, 215. Porque en algunos regresaba o guardaba y hacía movimientos extraños. Entonces, bueno, igual si quieren agregar, ahí está el código de amigo. Y vamos a darle. Difícil y clásico. Bueno, no. Ok, gente, si se nos muere uno, se nos mueren todos. Y es tan difícil entonces. Yo creo que le subo un poquito más, ¿no? O así está. A ver ahí. ¿No se ve con delay o algo así? No sé.
Tell me, Nemesis, do you recall the Red Canyon? You'll die in it. Die! You took everything that I loved.
Sí, también lo estoy viendo ligeramente retrasado.
He's gone now, Mother.
¿No se movió nada? ¿O sí se fue así? ¿Ah?
Oh my. What could have brought you here? I wonder how you got in here. It is most rude to interrupt a moment of repose. Very rude indeed. Now come to me. I wish to have a look at you.
Ok, gente. ¿Violet o Violet? De hecho, también se puede con la mujer. ¿Confirmas que es tu decisión? Sí.
I have not seen the likes of you before. Who are you anyway? I see. Then you must have a name of sorts. Go on.
Le pondría Malek. Pero ¿dónde queda la persona? Violet suena igual, pero sí se da a entender de chica. Y esa Y así destruye la vista.
I shall not ever grow accustomed to the sound of human names. You must possess a day of birth as well. Beneath which moon and on what day were you born to this world?
Luna de los mares. Y 26.
Well, wonders never cease. It seems
Qué
we share our
coincidencia.
day of birth. How strange. It all feels so familiar. I think it may be time for yet another nap.
Ay, me pegó el gustazo.
It is almost time to...
Hey, time to wake up. Were you having that dream again?
He soñado con una guerra, padre.
Massive armies clashing on a vast field, right? There hasn't been a battle like that in over 3 centuries. In any case, just put that out of your mind for now. The
Todavía no.
battlefield is no place for idle thoughts.
Está bien. Sentimentalismo atrás y no pelear con la cabeza caliente en el campo de batalla. Lo tengo.
Risking your life is part of the job for mercenaries like us. Letting your mind wander is a sure way to get yourself killed.
Darlo todo constantemente y las distracciones se paran con la muerte. Ok.
Okay, time to get moving. Our next job is in the kingdom.
Ok, el reino.
I told you before, it's far from here, so we'll need to leave at dawn.
Claro, padre, sin problema.
Oh, good grief. Everyone is already waiting for us outside.
Gerald, sir, sorry to barge in, but your presence is needed.
Una intromisión, pero necesitamos que hacer un momento. Vamos para allá.
What's happened?
Please forgive our intrusion. We wouldn't bother you with a situation not
El
done.
novio de Liz,
What do a bunch of kids like you want
el
in
novio
this
de
hour?
Blacksen
We're being pursued by a group of
y mi
bandits.
señora.
I can only hope that you will be so kind as to lend your support.
Bandits? Here?
It's true. They attacked us while we were at rest in our camp.
We've been separated from our companions and we're out.
Ah, el DLC de
They're
la otra
after our
casa
lives,
es...
not to mention our gold.
Bueno, o sea, yo ya lo
I'm
cumplí.
impressed you're staying so calm considering the
Igual después
situation.
podemos hacerlo,
Ay.
pero ya los podemos reclutar.
Wait,
Entonces, me ahorro como 5 horas de juego.
Just outside the village. Damn, there are a lot of them.
I guess they followed you all the way here. We can't abandon this village now. Come on, let's move. Hope you're ready.
Mm. Mm, mm, mm. Escaramuza al alba. Prólogo. Un encuentro inevitable.
Let's take care of those thieves before they overrun the village. Take down the enemies in front first. That should take the wind out of their sails.
Selecciona una unidad y colócala junto a un enemigo. Cuando la unidad se encuentra a distancia del enemigo, que permitirá ocultarlo, en el menú de órdenes aparecerá la opción atacar, selecciónala y a continuación elige el arma que quieras. Ok, regla básica. Espadas son fuertes contra hachas. Hachas son fuertes contra lanzas. Y lanzas son fuertes contra espada. Entonces, como el triángulo básico de RPG. Los arqueros se mueven a su rollo. O sea, son débiles ataques cercanos. Y hay magos, pero eso ya se verán más adelante. Entonces empecemos con baile.
Stay focused. Should I have held back?
Las armas se romperán si se agota el número de usos. Si eso ocurre, podrás seguir usándolas, pero se reducirá su índice de golpeo y el daño que infligen mientras que los enemigos podrían asestar golpes dobles más fácilmente. Recuerda que no es posible reparar armas durante las batallas. Sí, güey, te lo juro. Oprime el botón A sobre cualquier casilla en la que no haya una unidad para abrir el menú de combate, desde el que podrás acceder a las guías y suspender la partida, entre otras opciones. Fases de batalla. Cuando todas las unidades de tu ejército hayan finalizado sus acciones, acabará tu turno y comenzará el turno del enemigo. Si quieres concluirlo con antelación, abre el menú de combate y selecciona acabar turno. Ok, entonces aquí está el menú, acabar turno. Pero no lo vamos a acabar. De hecho, ok. También tiene esta opción, que es el rango de ataque. Yo creo que en esta ocasión sí lo vamos a estar ocupando. Más que nada porque tenemos permamuerte y no quiero perder unidades. Y no. Hola.
You have a strange aura about you. You say you're a mercenary, so show me what you can do.
Te lo voy a demostrar hasta que lo que no esté escrito. Combate. Los arcos permiten atacar a larga distancia, aunque su índice de acierto se reduce a medida que dicha distancia aumenta. Son muy eficaces contra unidades voladoras, como los jinetes Pegaso o los jinetes Wyvern.
Ready and willing. It's because of you guys that I'm not dead right now. Thanks for that. I didn't expect to run into mercenaries like you in some remote village. The gods of fortune must be smiling on me.
I'll cut through. Thank you. We are in your debt. It wouldn't do for us to fall in a place like this. Please, lend us your strength. Let's work together to drive out these thieves.
Claro, Dimitri, te vamos a proteger. Y termina nuestro turno. Muchos dirán, nuestro padre no nos estaba ayudando, es un aliado. Entonces va a estar avanzando en la pelea, pero no esperemos que tampoco dejarles todo encima. Y efectos del terreno. Ciertos tipos de terreno tienen efectos sobre los atributos de la unidad. Por ejemplo, los bosques aumentan la esquiva y la defensa. Procura situar unidades en terrenos que les proporcionen alguna ventaja cuando se enfrenten al enemigo. Bien, bueno, aquí en estos, como pueden ver, en la esquina del lado izquierdo dice bosque, te da 30 de agilidad y 1 de escudo. Si tuviera unidades voladoras, que por ahorita no me da esos bonus. Y bueno, con Eddie no puedo tirar. Violet. Aquí lanza contra este. Miren, esta es de las debilidades. Si le pongo torbellino, gastará 5 puntos de usos de hierro, pero me lo puedo echar de un golpe, y eso ayuda siempre. O sea, siempre que pueden matar a una unidad de un golpe, arriesguen.
Is that all?
No. The high ground. Ok. Vaya. Bueno, aquí. Igual, aquí ya nos marcan. Es que, bueno, Dimitri es especialista.
Yes, good. If we're in the forest, we can sustain their attacks without losing the advantage.
Hay muchos tipos de terrenos aparte del bosque, como matorrales y bastiones. Cuando quieras consultar los efectos de los terrenos, se puede cursor sobre una casilla que no esté ocupada y oprime el botón X para mostrar la información correspondiente. Vuelvo a oprimir el mismo botón para ocultarla.
Your defeat was inevitable.
Que baile el techo.
That is that.
La opción objetos del menú de órdenes te permite cambiar el arma equipada o usar un objeto como las pociones, que restauran puntos de vida PV de las unidades. No sé que no. Claudio.
Damn, why are there mercenaries in the village? Guess we'll have to deal with them too.
Nada, por cierto, las canciones increíbles.
This is a fine opportunity. Use the combat arts I taught you.
Y pues estas son las técnicas que ya he estado usando. Que las técnicas de combate son poderosas habilidades especiales que pueden aprender tus unidades. Su contrapartida es que consumen más usos de las armas de lo habitual y que por lo general no permiten ataques dobles. Cuando una unidad alcanza cierto nivel de dominio de arma, aprenderá una nueva técnica de combate relacionada con dicha competencia. De estas reglas quedan excluidas las competencias razón y fe, que en lugar de técnicas de combate otorgan magias. En los botines, si ves un icono de objetos junto a un enemigo, quiere decir que obtendrás un botín en caso de que consigas derrotarlo. El objeto en cuestión se resalta en color verde en el inventario de la unidad. Entonces aquí este tiene un hacha de hierro. El límite no llega. El Claudio. Ay, no llega. Claudio aquí. Kevin. Tú no me sigues. Aquí. Y tú con Eddie y te curas.
I'm gonna kill you where you stand.
Ok, tal vez. Bien.
We must all do our part.
Not my first fight. Attack when an ally is nearby, and the enemy will be making them easier to hit.
Ataques coordinados. Cuando una de tus unidades ataque a un enemigo que esté al alcance de un miembro de tu ejército, llevarán a cabo un ataque coordinado. Durante los ataques coordinados, los valores tanto de esquiva como de golpe son más altos de lo normal. Si intervienen ciertas unidades, también pueden infligir un daño superior, un daño mayor. Durante los ataques coordinados, los valores de esquiva como golpe son más altos de lo normal. Oh, venga ya. ¿Es en serio que se trabó? Ahí está. Bien. Ok. Ok, Dimitri llega. Creo. Le damos soporte con esta. Chance. Y qué bueno. No llegaba. Y Eddie tampoco llega. Ya, matamos a esto.
Should I have held back?
Ay, güey. No, me tocó con uno.
Careful.
Objeto. Voy a poner pausa tantita. Esto no has hecho nada. Ok. Ahí va cómo funciona. Como están los matorrales, tiene esquiva. Y tengo un 77% de darle. Entonces, yo creo que no le va a dar. Y a Shin la tomamos. Eddie sube de nivel. Mi pequeña crece tan rápido.
It's a long road yet.
Aquí está chamillo.
Honestly, what are you accomplishing with that little stunt? It's like you're trying to get me killed, you fool.
Sí, ya sé, somos anormales, ¿qué te digo?
Well, it's fine. After all, if you don't know the value of your own life, you're not going to protect it very well, are you? Course not. Well then, I guess me to guide you from now on, right? You can call me Sothis, but I'm also known as the Beginning. Sothis. Yes, that is it. My name is Sothis. And I am also called the Beginning. But who once called me that?
¿De qué hablas, niña?
I was not able to recall my name until just now. And just like that, it came to me. How odd. That look upon your face. Did you think me a child? A mere child who forgot her own name? Phooey! That child just saved your life. And what does that make you?
En menos que una niña.
Correct. You understand. You threw yourself before an axe to save just one young girl. Yet all is well, as I have stalled the flow of time for now. You would have died had I not intervened.
Gracias, supongo.
There now. Is gratitude so much?
Mi nombre es Violet.
I did
Tal vez te
deem you worth
preguntes
saving,
cómo es que
after all.
acabé aquí. Pues esta es mi
Though
historia.
it is only momentary, time has stopped. However did I manage that?
¿Y ahora qué?
When time begins again, the axe will tear into your flesh and you will surely meet your...
Llévanos atrás en el tiempo, congela el tiempo para que pueda salvarme. Llévanos atrás en el tiempo.
Of course! I must turn back the hands of time! Yes, I do believe it can be done. You really are quite troublesome.
Perdón.
I cannot
Actuamos
wipe
sin
back
pensar.
time too far, but all is well. You are aware of what's to come, which means you can protect yourself this time. Now go! Yes, you who bears the flames within. Drift through the flow of time to find the answers that you seek.
Si su pareja no los ve como Edelgard vio a Violet en ese microframe, déjenlas, no merecen la pena.
Hey, did you just...
The Knights of Seros are here. We'll cut you down for terrorizing our students. Hey, the thieves are running away. Go after them. The students seem to be unharmed. And who's this?
Why him?
Piensa lo mismo, padre. Piensa lo mismo.
Captain Gerald? It is you! Goodness, it's been ages! Don't you recognize me? It's Alois, your old right-hand man! Well, that's how I always thought of myself anyway. Oh, it must have been 20 years ago that you went missing without a trace. I always knew you were still alive.
You haven't changed a bit, Alois, just as loud as ever. And drop that captain nonsense. I'm not your captain anymore. These days, I'm just a wandering mercenary. One who has work to do. Goodbye, old friend.
Right. Goodbye, Captain. Wait, that isn't how this ends. I insist that you return to the monastery with me.
Garrig Mach Monastery. I suppose this was inevitable.
And how about you, kid? Are you the captain's child?
No lo conozco para nada.
Is that so? Well, physical differences aside, your mannerisms do remind me of the captain. I'd love for you to see the monastery too. You will join me, won't you? What's troubling you, Captain? You aren't about to run off again, are you?
Even I wouldn't dare run from the Knights of Seros.
The Knights of Seros? They do seem rather skilled. Ah, it seems your presence is required. Get going.
I appreciate your help back there. Your skill is beyond question. You're clearly an experienced mercenary. And your father, that would be Gerald, the Bladebreaker? Former captain
Calla,
of the Knights of
tontorrona, me
Seros.
sonroja.
oft praised as the strongest knight to ever live. Have I missed anything? How curious. I'd wager the explanation for that is fascinating indeed.
Hey, you are coming with us to the monastery, right? Of course you are. I'd love to bend your ear as we travel. Oh, I should mention that the three of us are students of the Officers' Academy at Garrigmach Monastery. We were doing some training exercises when those bandits attacked. I definitely got the worst of it.
That would be because you ran off.
Too true. I was the first to make a strategic retreat. Everything would have worked out if these two hadn't followed me and ruined everything. Because of them, every single one of those bandits chased after us. Utterly ridiculous.
Ah, so that's what you were thinking, Claude. And here I thought you were acting as a decoy for the sake of us all.
His intentions were as clear as day. You will prove a lacking ruler if you cannot see the truth behind a person's words.
You will prove a lacking ruler yourself if you look for deceit behind every word and fail to trust those whom you rely on.
Oh, joy. A royal debate between their highnesses. I wonder how being completely predictable affects one's ability to wield power. Personally, as the embodiment of distrust, I'd say your little exchange smacks of naivete.
Me, naive. Tell me, are you actually incapable of keeping quiet, or is your lack of self-awareness a condition of some sort?
In any case, forgive our digression. I must speak with you if you can spare a moment.
Sí, básicamente es
The way
así.
you held your ground against the bandits' leader was captivating. You never lost control of the situation. It showed me I still have much to learn.
Your skill is precisely why I
Dimitri,
must ask you
cállate.
to consider lending your services to the Empire. I might as well tell you now, I am no mere student. I am also the Adrestian Empire's...
Halt, Edelgard. Please allow me to finish my own proposition. The Holy Kingdom of Fargus is in dire need of exceptional individuals like yourself. Please, do consider returning to the kingdom with me.
Whoa there, you two sure are hasty. Trying to recruit someone you just met. Tactless, really. I was personally planning to develop a deep and lasting friendship on our journey back to the monastery before begging for favors. But it seems there's no time for niceties in this world. So, capable stranger, let's get right to it. Where does your allegiance lie?
¿Por qué no dice nada interesante?
It seems one's place of birth is quite
Básicamente.
significant to them. Yet they are so impressed by you that you may take your pick. Well?
Ay, Imperio.
A wise choice. Though the Empire has fallen from its former glory, the other regions are merely offshoots that pale in comparison.
All right, that's enough with the small talk. It's time to head back to the monastery.
Looks like we'll have to pick this up another time.
My, they are in such a hurry. You know, each of the three is most unique.
Claudio esconde algo. Dimitri tiene pedos. Pero no lo ve reflejado en sus ojos. Edelgard. A primera vista parece sincero, pero noto que esconde algo tenebroso. Y Eddie, chiquita, bebé, hermosa, preciosa, es una chica joven y culta. Pero siento que me juzga constantemente.
Yes, I thought the same. I am so sleepy once again. I may be sleeping, but
Nubes,
Part 1. White clouds. Great tree moon. 3 houses. The icy winds of the Agma Mountains have begun to scatter, and the verdant fields once again spring to life across Fodlan, heralding the start of a new year. As they celebrate the dawning year, the people pray that they may realize their full potential, just as a tiny sprout hopes to one day grow into a great tree. The continent of Fodlan, said to be protected by a revered goddess, has existed since time immemorial. 3 ruling powers now control the land. In the south lies a region long held by a more than 1,000-year-old dynasty, the Adrestian Empire. Beyond its borders, to the frigid north, is the home of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, ruled by the royal family and its knights. To the east, a league of nobles that heeds no king nor emperor rules what is called the Leicester Alliance. Once consumed by a tempest of war and turmoil, Fodlan and these 3 mighty powers now exist in relative harmony.
This will be your first time at the monastery. I'd be happy to show you around.
It really is Fodlan in a nutshell. The good and the bad.
Like it or not, we'll be there soon enough. There it is. Garrick Mock Monastery.
The flow of time bring you here.
It's been years since I've last set eyes on this place. To be forced to see her now,
Pero padre, ¿de qué hablas?
I've never spoken of this to you before, but many years ago, I was a knight here. I reported to the Archbishop, Lady Rhea. As you know, the majority of folks in Fodlan are devout followers of the teachings of Seros. The leader of that ridiculously large religious organization is the Archbishop, Lady Rhea.
Thank you for your patience, Gerald. My name is Seteth. I am an advisor to the Archbishop.
Right. Hello.
It has been a long time, Gerald. I wonder, was it the will of the goddess that we have another chance meeting like this?
Forgive my silence all these years. Much has happened since we last spoke.
So I see. The miracle of fatherhood has blessed you. That is your child, is it not?
Yes. Born many years after I left this place. I wish I could introduce you to the mother of my child. I'm afraid we lost her to illness.
I see. My condolences. As for you, I heard of your valiant efforts from Alois. What is your name?
You must at least show the basic courtesy of telling us your name.
It is all right, Seteth. My dear, I am called Rhea. I am the Archbishop of the Church Sailors. In truth, I was only being polite. I already know your name, and a fine name it is. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for saving those students of the Officers' Academy. Gerald, you already know what it is I wish to say, do you not?
You want me to rejoin the Knights of Seros, don't you? I won't say no, but...
Your apprehension stings. I had expected that Alois would have already asked this of you. I must step away for now, but I expect they will desire a word with you soon. Please listen carefully to what they have to say. Until tomorrow, farewell.
I can't believe it. Forced back into the Knights of Seros. I'm sorry I dragged you into this. Looks like I'll be stuck here for a while. And I'm afraid your services are requested as well.
Bienvenidos a los que estaban. Más que estaban en cinemática, no podía hablar. ¿El sirviente?
Nothing like that. They want you to teach, by the sound of it. You heard those brats earlier talking about the Officers' Academy, right? Well, the Academy just happens to be short a professor. And apparently that damned Alois went and recommended you to Lady Rhea.
So, you must be the new professor. My, how stern and handsome you are.
No. I'm not the one you're looking for. You can handle things from here. Good luck. And watch out for Lady Rhea. I don't know what she's thinking making you a professor like this. She may be up to something. Stay on your guard.
Oh, it's you then? So young.
Competence and age are not necessarily correlated, as you well know. I am Hanneman, a Crest Scholar and Professor at the Officers' Academy. I wonder if you best of your own. When next you have a moment to spare, I insist that you pay me a visit so we can delve into the subject further.
I'm Manuela. I'm a professor, a physician, a songstress, and available. It's nice to meet you.
No olvidar, pero al menos tener rangos, ¿no? De pláticas. Ajá. Estrechar un poco más de las. ¿Eres cantante? Miguel.
Of course. Before I came here, I belonged to a renowned opera company. Perhaps you've heard of me? The Middlefranc Opera Company is beautiful, peerless.
Spare our colleague needless chatter, Manuela. Now then, it seems you'll be taking charge of one of the Academy's 3 houses. I expect you haven't yet been briefed on the nature of each, have you?
Do you really not know? Fine. I'll do you a favor and explain. The Officers' Academy is comprised of 3 houses of students, each of which is closely affiliated with its region of origin. The Black Eagle House is for students from the Adrestian Empire. Their leader this year is Edelgard, the Imperial Princess, who is in line to be the next emperor.
The Blue Lion House is for students from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Their
Me
house
pregunto
leader
cuál va a
this
ser
year
la que
is
pida.
Prince Dimitri. He is to be the next king of Fargus.
Lastly, there is the Golden Deer House, which is for students of the Leicester Alliance. Their house leader is Claude, grandson to Duke Regan, the leader of the Alliance.
To think that the next emperor, king, and sovereign duke are all here. It certainly is a promising year for the Academy.
I'll say. I just hope none of those little treasures cause any trouble.
Quite. For now, I suggest taking a stroll around the Academy to get your bearings. And when you've a moment, please stop by my research laboratory.
The old man has a point. Oh, and keep in mind that I've only notified the house leaders that you're our new professor. It's more fun that way. I suggest you try spending time with the students. Some odd ducks in that bunch.
¿Acaso es
but they're
favoritismo?
good
Yo digo que no,
kids.
pero no
I'm
sé.
sure Lady Rhea will have more information for you tomorrow, but that should get you going. Good luck. You'll need it.
Have you no intention of changing your mind, Rhea? Appointing a stranger, a child no less, as a professor at our esteemed academy is...
I have made my decision, Sedith. I know worrying comes naturally to you, but there is truly no need. That stranger is Gerald's flesh and blood, after all.
I can't say that's all too comforting. How trustworthy is this Gerald character? Is he not the man who went missing after the Great Fire 21 years ago? I would remind you that Flame is now here with us as well. I beg of you, please consider whether this is an unnecessary risk.
Sedith, they have my trust. Let that be enough for you as well. More importantly, I have received a report from Shamir. I am increasingly concerned about a matter regarding our suspicious individual. We cannot ignore those who harbor ill will toward the church, especially if they are frequenting Garrick Mach.
Yes, that matter is of great importance as well. I shall continue my investigation. Rhea, for now I will have faith that you are placing your trust with the utmost care. I pray that nothing occurs to shake that confidence.
Sí, Chirchol, ya lo sabemos. Espera. Ups, nada. Ah, Rafael, no sé, no me agrada. Dorotea, hola. Perfecto.
Of course.
Que no creo.
I assume you are already aware that you will be teaching here at the Officers' Academy, correct? To start, please speak with the 3 house leaders. You should also take a look around the academy and acquaint yourself with your new home. That is your first task here at the monastery. Please let me know if you accept it. Once you have finished, come
Sí
and speak with me.
y no. Sí es como Naruto, pero no es más complicado. La arzobispa
May I ask
sugiere
a
que hable con
favor
los
of
3
you?
delegados de clase para informar sobre los estudiantes de cada casa. Estarán en la sala de recepciones y en los aledaños de la Academia de Oficiales. Primer nivel de monasterio. Aceptar. Has aceptado la petición. Ciertos habitantes del monasterio querían hacer peticiones y ofrecerte encargos de diversa índole. Los identificarás por el icono que aparece sobre sus cabezas. Selecciona la opción peticiones en el menú para consultar las que hayas aceptado. El icono que aparece en la izquierda de sus títulos indica en qué estado se encuentran. Las peticiones más importantes se mostrarán con un icono rojo. A ver, chisme.
I imagine you were a bit surprised that I recommended you as a professor here. Frankly, we had someone else in mind for the role, but they ran off during our dust-up with the bandits. Can't entrust students to someone who's abandoned them once before, huh?
You saved the lives of the students you came across. That, at least, was admirable. Now you should make the rounds. Go around the monastery and see that you greet everyone.
Minimap. En la parte superior de la derecha de la pantalla verás el minimap en el que se muestra tu ubicación actual, la de los personajes más importantes, los lugares donde puedes completar las peticiones que hayas aceptado. Oprime el botón ZR para cambiar la vista. ZR, ok. Si escuchan un ligero es el ventilador que lo prendí porque está haciendo calor. Se encerró el calor en el cuarto. Ok. Ok, aquí está Eddie.
So, you've accepted a teaching position here. Pity. I was hoping you would lend your strength to the I never properly introduced myself, did I? My name is Edelgard von Hresbalg. I am the princess and heir apparent of the
No voy a
Adrestian
confirmar ni negar
Empire.
esa
I wonder if
afirmación.
you'll be tasked with leading the Black Eagles. I hope you've had a chance to meet everyone. Would you like to know more about any of the Black Eagles?
Sí, háblame. Háblame de Petra.
To the west of Fogland is an archipelago called Bridget. Petra is the granddaughter of their king. Bridget is a vassal state of the Empire, which is how she came to be enrolled here. She's incredibly smart and studious.
Ok. Petra, háblame de Dorotea.
commoners have joined the Black Eagle House, but Dorothea is an exception. She's a songstress from a famous opera company in the Empire. I'm not entirely sure what brought her to the Officers' Academy.
Dorotea era cantante. Bernie.
She's Count Varley's only daughter. I suppose you could say she's a bit eccentric, but she seems like a gentle soul. I believe she shut herself away in her quarters and doesn't care to leave, but don't worry.
Ay, háblame de ti.
Me? Well, some think I'm a distant, arrogant even, but there's little to be done. One day I must rise to become Adrestia's next emperor. What else? Well, it seems to me we may have similar personalities.
Ok. Vaya, no podemos ir. ¿O sí?
Pardon me. Greetings! You must be the new professor. Well, as for me, my job is to stand here at this glorious entrance and leisurely watch over the comings and goings of everyone. Make folks smile, you know?
No puedo ir por acá.
Yes.
What do you think? Golden Deer House. Our house leader is here.
Well, scored a teaching gig here, did you? Talk about a great first impression. I guess that means I'd better introduce myself properly. I'm Claude von Regan. I'm from the ruling house of the Leicester Alliance, but don't worry too much about all that madness. I'm guessing you don't know which class you'll be teaching yet, do you? I bet you'd like ours. We're not as difficult as the other two. Have you met the folks from the Golden Deer House yet? Care to know more about anyone?
Háblame sobre Hilda.
Hilda is the only daughter of Duke Goneril. It seems her father and brother coddle her quite a bit. If you look up lazy in the dictionary, her picture won't be there because she never got around to submitting it. Not too unusual for a noble, I guess.
Háblame de Marianne.
Marianne is Margrave Edmund's daughter, and that's pretty much all I know about her. She doesn't interact much with other students, so I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of folks here have never even heard her speak.
Y háblame de ti.
Piqued your interest, have I? As luck would have it, I'm pretty curious about you as well. But what's life without a bit of mystery? Let's just spend the next year or so learning about each other little by little.
Vamos con...
Yeah. Hello.
Please accept my apologies for the other day. You came to our aid, yet I hadn't even the courtesy to properly introduce myself. I am Dmitri Alexandra Bladed, Crown Prince of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Of course, at the Academy, I am simply a student. And I've heard word that you are to become a professor here. Delightful news. I still have much to learn, but I'm confident I could benefit greatly from your guidance. In any case, welcome to the monastery. I hear you're investigating the different houses here. Did any of the Blue Lions catch your attention?
Sí. Háblame sobre Ingrid.
Ingrid is Count Galatia's daughter. She is also a childhood friend of Felix, Sylvain, and myself. She is diligent, industrious, and principled. In truth, she is more knightly than most knights you will ever meet.
Háblame de Annette.
Annette is Baron Dominic's niece. She is a talented student who scored extremely high marks at the Royal School of Sorcery. She's cheerful and hardworking. Brilliant, really. Though she can be a bit oblivious at times. I hear she caused an explosion in the kitchen last night.
Háblame de Mercedes.
I hear she was born to imperial nobility, but a twist of fate brought her to the kingdom. She may seem carefree on the surface, but she's actually a kind soul who pays careful attention to everyone around her.
Pero ve qué ojazos, coño. Háblame de ti.
Me? Oh, please forgive me. It's difficult to open up on the spot, don't you think? I'm afraid my story has not been a pleasant one. I do hope that doesn't color your view of me, but I understand if that can't be helped.
I appreciate your effort.
Vamos a la casa.
How are you enjoying your time at the Academy thus far? I hope you have found our halls brimming with the vitality of well-intentioned souls.
I suppose it is time for you to take charge of one of our 3 houses of students. I must note that I am personally against entrusting someone as lacking in trackable history as yourself with such a task.
Sí, sé que eres el señor que cumple las reglas.
The black eagles, the blue lions, and the golden deer. All so different. I hope you've made it a point to get to know each of them.
Since you are new here, we have decided to allow you first pick. Manuela and I will take charge of the remaining 2 houses.
Ok, gente, viene el momento decisivo. El Imperio de Adrestia básicamente es un guerrero, un ladrón, bueno, en clases, un caballero de jabalina, y de ahí en fuera todos pueden ser magos y una arquera. Podemos ir viendo por ahí. Del lado de los leones azules tenemos 2 caballeros lanza, un guerrero, un arquero. Annette puede ser hacha o maga, Mercedes puede ser maga, de preferencia igual puede ser arquera, creo. Y Bedue, que es el guardaespaldas de Dignity. Y del lado de la alianza, más aparte de Cloud, podemos tener a Rafael, que es guerrero, Leoni, que puede ser arquera, Licitia, Marianne pueden ser magas, Hilde, Sacha, y los otros 2 pueden ser guerreros básicos. Entonces, a ver, ¿por quién vamos? ¿Hablen ahora o callen para siempre? No necesariamente, pero pues igual si quieres. A ver, vamos allá.
So you have chosen the Black Eagles led by Aidgar. Your heart has made its choice then. All I ask is that you guide these open minds with
Te
virtue,
prometo, Rea, que van a ser
care,
los
and
mejores
sincerity.
guerreros con los que
They
puedas
are all
contar.
promising youths who bear the
¿O
weight
no?
of Fodlan's future
Guiño,
upon their
guiño.
shoulders. I hope you appreciate what an honor it is to lead them.
Brother? Oh, I am so sincerely sorry. I did not mean to interrupt.
I'm in the middle of something, Flame. Is it urgent?
No, it's nothing. More importantly, who is this?
This is our newest professor at the Academy.
Oh my! A new addition to the Officers' Academy! I am so very pleased to meet you, Professor. I am Sedith's little sister, Flame. I am so happy to make your acquaintance.
Let us focus on the topic at hand. There is something you should be aware of. In a few days' time, there will be a mock battle between the three houses, intended to gauge the current progress of the students. We will be using this battle as an opportunity to ascertain your own abilities as well. Please do not disappoint the Archbishop. That is all.
Wait, so our new professor is you? I didn't see that one coming.
Easy, Caspar. Aren't you being a bit rude?
You know it's a waste of time to expect politeness from him. It will be a pleasure learning from you, Professor. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to take a nap.
Don't look at me like that! Oh, and please don't talk to me too much either.
I'm sorry for the chaos you've walked into.
I hear we are rather close in age, Professor. I hope you do not mind if we treat you like one of us. In our class, we try to treat each other as equals, despite any differences in age or status. Personally, I would love to include you in that inner circle.
Ok, no me importa.
You have a gut, Professor. I will take great joy from your teachings.
Petra, I believe you mean to say that our professor has guts. That's a bit different from having a gut. You can't go around saying someone so slim and attractive has a gut.
Oh, please take my apologies. I have not yet mastered this language.
Professor, I want you to know that it's perfectly acceptable for you to treat me as you do the others. I may be the Imperial Princess, but here at the Academy, I'm just another student. That said, know that I have high expectations of you, and high hopes. But I'm certain you can lead the Black Eagle House to greatness.
Sure. Now let's break the ice with a training session. I want to see our new teacher in action.
Why will the ice be broken? Is this a custom I have missed in my studies?
Not real ice, just the ice of, well, it just means let's get to know each other.
I don't train. Let's stay in the classroom and learn from a book.
Let's all calm down and have a nice cup of tea, how about? Doesn't that sound lovely, Professor?
I know we all agreed to treat each other as equals, but there is a limit to what I can tolerate. The esteemed Black Eagle House requires order.
Looks like your first job will be to quiet down this racket. I don't envy you.
They're not normally this rowdy. I do hope you can manage, Professor.
Zona de peligro. Coloca el cursor sobre un enemigo para saber su radio de ataque en el próximo turno. A esto es a lo que se le llama zona de peligro. Para mantenerles saltada la zona de peligro de una unidad enemiga concreta, oprime el botón A sobre ella. Puedes oprimir el botón ZR para que se muestre en el mapa el área de ataque de todas las unidades enemigas. Ya puedes ir a más lugares en el monasterio. La iglesia de Seiros te ha abandonado para financiar las actividades de este mes.
Say, while you're here, I'd like to use this
Ok,
device I
básicamente,
designed to
bueno,
determine whether the
ahorita que
power
termine de
of a
hablar
crest
Hahnemann,
resides within you.
explicamos cómo va a estar esto.
Won't hurt a bit. Promise. You don't know about crests? Well, allow me tell you everything, absolutely everything about them. Is your calendar clear? This will take a while. Crests are a fascinating topic, but before one can dive deeply into said topic, one must first understand what crests are. They are power incarnate. They are said to have been bestowed upon humans by the goddess countless ages ago. They exist within the flesh and are passed down through bloodlines. Those who carry crests may excel at magic, display exceptional strength, or any number of boons. Each crest has its own power, the nature of which is beyond mortal understanding. For now.
¿Y qué crees que tengo, Hahnemann?
I suspect as much, yes. But we won't know for sure unless I look into the matter. As I said, crests are passed down through the blood. However, just because someone carries a crest does not necessarily mean their descendants will inherit it as well. Only a scarce few descendants of a crest's bloodline end up inheriting that crest's power. Perhaps one of your ancestors bore a crest, and you just happen to inherit it. That is how a crest usually presents itself, after all.
¿Puedes demostrarlo? ¿Puedes mantener que estás diciendo la verdad?
Yes, of course. I'll get to the bottom of it straight away. Now then, please go ahead and hold out your arm over this device here. What is this? A pattern I've never seen before. Is it possible an as yet undiscovered crest has been detected? To think, there are still crests out there that even I am unaware of. How thrilling! Pardon my unrestrained jubilation. I have much to consider. You may leave now. I have more research to do in regard to this crest. Yes, so very much more research. But for now, your work here is done. What could this line here be indicating? Perhaps it represents a
Ok, bueno, vamos a hablar. Terminando esto, voy a guardar y nos veremos en el próximo directo. Pero pues vamos a explicar unas cosas y preparamos una red.
With each moon, professors of the Officers' Academy receive a schedule for the month ahead. It notes on which events and missions will take place that month. Pay careful attention to your schedule, so that you may thoughtfully plan what you intend to do each month and when.
Calendario. El monasterio organiza diversos eventos y actividades cada semana. Dispondrás de un día libre en el que podrás elegir actividad de la lista. Al principio, la única disponible será explorar. Selecciona el calendario con los botones de dirección para consultar las actividades programadas en la fecha que elijas. Ok. El juego es como Persona 5, que es un rol de días y tienes que ir haciendo, tienes un objetivo a final del mes. Entonces, en exploración vamos a poder salir del monasterio. Podemos explorar y hacer cosas. Aquí es el nivel que estamos. Y para el final del mes tenemos lo que sería batalla entre las tres casas, que es una pequeña batalla, y el cumpleaños de Ferdinand, que todavía no podemos hacer nada en los cumpleaños, pero podemos regalarle cosas. Ok, entonces todo esto queda ahí. Y en nuestro menú le ponemos a guardar. Y pues ya está ahí. Nos vemos en el próximo directo. Vamos cerrando y vamos preparando esa raid. Dieguito, gracias por estar aquí. Todos te amamos, no te preocupes. Y vamos allá. Vete en la raid aunque sea, para darle sorpresitas. ¿Qué le decimos? Eddie Rules, creo que es en inglés. Edel Rules.